But we also have an update from local hospital emergency rooms about how busy they've been during the snowstorm. Baptist Health in Fort Smith says the combination of winter weather injuries and cold-related illnesses have made the past week busier than normal in the emergency room.
Some carbon monoxide poisoning, that's a recurring issue. People sometimes use generators or indoor grills improperly, trying to stay warm during power outages. And then a lot of times we see some delayed chronic care. So, a lot of the clinics have been closed. And so a lot of times we see a spike in our patients with chronic conditions.
Baptist Health Fort Smith says that it's also had multiple patients with hypothermia, but no severe cases of frostbite. But with the cold and snowy week, local plumbing and electric companies say that they are feeling the rush. Pascal Plumbing, Air and Electric says their phones were ringing nonstop this week, and services and crews were working around the clock. Homeowners have been dealing with frozen pipes and heating systems failing in these dangerously cold temperatures.
Preventative maintenance, whether it be on your HVAC or on your plumbing or getting your electric panel service, getting it checked out to make sure whenever we do get to those below freezing temperatures, your home is ready for it.
They are urging homeowners to drip faucets, keep a steady indoor temperature, and make sure heating systems are ready as the winter weather continues. Well, today, the impacts of the winter storm are still lingering for local businesses across Northwest Arkansas. Many were forced to close during some of their busiest days. From restaurants to bakeries, dangerous road conditions kept customers away, forcing some local businesses to shut down. Owners say that meant lost revenue and missed deliveries. And now there's a push to catch up as shoppers start to return.
A lot of people postponed their cakes. This Saturday we're swamped with all the cakes from last weekend.
And now that roads are clearing, those delayed orders are coming back all at once. Owners say safety had to come first, so they're asking the community to support local as small businesses work to recover from several lost days. Well, in Oklahoma, a similar story from an HVAC and plumbing company. They say their call volume has increased from seeing 300 maximum calls per day to now seeing 500. Everything from heaters not being able to keep up to frozen water lines. The company is reminding you to be diligent about keeping your home safe in below freezing temperatures.
Prevention. That's the best thing they can do. Making sure pipes are constantly running. Everyone always says to do a drip, do a steady pencil thick stream, always.
Their tips are to disconnect outdoor hoses and make sure furnaces are set to a temperature in the upper 60s or lower 70s. We have the latest on the shooting death of nurse Alex Preddy in Minneapolis. Days ago, he was shot by ICE agents, and Arkansas Senator John Bozeman is weighing in on the case, saying he wants to see an investigation into the death of Alex Preddy. In a statement, he said, in part, quote, you can see it here, that we are a nation of laws and they apply to all of us, whether in uniform or not. We also heard from Senator Bozeman directly before the Preddy shooting last week when he was in Fayetteville.
Well, we're a nation of laws. We need to follow the laws. We need to do whatever it takes to keep our ICE agents safe. And so that is balanced with ICE overreacting. So there is concern. It's being looked at. And I'm sure that we'll have some hearings regarding it and then go from there.
The Border Czar Tom Homan says a drawdown of ICE personnel in Minneapolis could begin soon if agreements with state and local officials are in place. As Ian Lee tells us, Homan signaled a change in tone, but not mission.
Border Czar Tom Homan addressed the media in Minneapolis this morning, trying to reset priorities following two deadly shootings at the hands of ICE officers.
President Trump and I, along with others in the administration, have recognized that certain improvements could and should be made.
Homan has been on the ground here since Monday evening and says talks with state and local officials have been productive, though they don't agree on everything.
What we did agree upon is not to release public safety arrests back in the community, and they could be lawfully transferred to ICE.
Homan is leading the operation after Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was relieved of the assignment. Outgoing North Carolina Republican Senator Tom Tillis issued a blistering critique.
She clearly doesn't know how to manage. She's never managed a large organization, and she's failing at every possible measure of the job.
Homan reaffirmed the right to protest peacefully, but warned there will be zero tolerance for violence against ICE officers. New video shows another encounter between Alex Preddy and federal agents 11 days before he was killed. Preddy is seen kicking a vehicle's taillight. Agents get out and tackle him, firing tear gas into the crowd. The 2 agents involved in his fatal shooting Saturday have been placed on administrative leave. Ian Lee, CBS News, Minneapolis.